Okay, let's try installing Linux on the PlayStation 2. Install. Let's see, we have a memory card, the hard disk drive, USB, and they're all installed. Okay. Change disk, load disk 2. I'll be right back. Okay, so I put in disk 2. It seems to be happy with it. Change disk back to disk 1. Okay. Okay, so I installed disk 1. What is it doing now? Oh, it's booting something. Okay, what should we use during installation? Let's use English, US, and insert disk 2. All right. Okay, here's disk 2. Okay, welcome to PS2 Linux. Okay, what kind of system do we want to install? Sure, Window Maker. Don't want it to be a server. Yeah, I like Windows. I mean, not the Microsoft version. Distruid is a tool for partitioning and set up mount points. Is designed to be easier to use. Let's see, what tool would you like to use? Probably Distruid. Let me check with the manual. Yeah, the manual talks about Distruid and says fdisk is for experts. So let's say Distruid. All right, so we have 35 gigabytes. Is that gigabytes? So I guess, yeah, or something around 36 gigabytes of Linux native, 2 gigabytes of Linux swap. And I should mention, I've had Linux installed on this drive before, but it was giving me weird errors when I booted, so I thought it would be a good idea to reinstall it, especially because it was asking me for a root password to fix those errors, and I have no recollection of what that might be. So I think we can just say okay. You must assign a root partition to a Linux native partition for the install to proceed. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, let's see if I can edit this partition. Okay, we'll give it a mount point of /. Say okay. Now will that make it happy? Okay, what partitions would you like to format? We strongly suggest formatting all of them. Okay. Oh, tab selects between elements. Sure, let's check for bad blocks. Okay. Host name is the name of the console. If it's attached to a network, this may be assigned by your network administrator. Let's just call it a PS2. Let's call it PS2 Linux. Let's see, use boot, all of that stuff, yes. Tab down to here. Hardware is set to, let's see, what time zone is it located in? Scroll down, down, down. Down, 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 down. US Eastern, there we go. Oh, I need to tab down here, that's annoying. Okay, password. Okay, so it wants me to set up a normal account. I'll do that. What user account would you like to have on the system? You should have at least one non-root account for normal work. Okay, well this is enough for me. Use shadow passwords. No idea what all of this stuff means, so we'll just say okay. Reading package information. It probed for a video card and found GS, X server GS. Okay, PS2 Linux starts up with the memory card for PS2 Linux startup. Okay, need to turn on swap space immediately. To do that, we'll have to write your new partition table. If you answer yes here, you can't go back. Yep, that's okay. Okay, it's formatting swap partition with bad blocks checking. It takes several minutes to complete depending on partition size. Press Ctrl Alt F5 to look what's going on. And to go back, press Ctrl Alt F1. Sure, Ctrl Alt F5. It's warning about truncating the swap area. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna press this to go back. And just wait for a bit. Okay, that did take a couple minutes. It will make a log. Okay. Formatting file system with bad blocks checking. It takes several hours to complete depending on the partition size. Okay, I'll come check this out tomorrow. Okay, so it now says that it wrote super blocks and the file system accounting information. All right, let's hit F1, or is it F5? Oh, great. So over here on the install system, it says that some exception occurred involving Anaconda and Python. What in the world is going on there? I'm just going to say okay and cross my fingers. It said install exited abnormally, sending termination signals. Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? Okay, so when I hold down the Alt key and hit various function keys, it shows various things. So F4 shows me these things about I/O errors in different sectors. So maybe the hard drive is having issues. Okay, so when I go over here, it will say found suggestion of card. This is when I hit F3 while holding down the Alt key. Auto partitioning failed. Really? Okay, here's what happens when I hit F2. Have a bash prompt, but can't seem to type anything. Alt F1 gives me this. Okay, so I'm gonna reboot. Okay, so I just restarted, went through the install procedure again, but this time I told it not to format the drive or check the disk. I'm hoping that on whatever the last run through was, it blocked out any bad blocks on the disk. So we'll see. I'm guessing this is gonna take a while. Now it's installing a bunch of X Windows stuff. That's exciting. Okay, it wants us to insert a card. So we have a card here. I've already labeled Linux. All the data will be erased. Okay, creating memory card for PS2 Linux startup. Do not remove the memory card. Now, why does it really need this if it is starting off of the CD? Like, it does require you to have this disk one in the drive when you try to boot into Linux. So I'm not sure why it really wants this other card. Okay, congratulations, installation is complete. Press the enter key to finish, then insert disk one and restart the console. Installation complete. Sending termination signals done. Unmounting, restarting system. I guess it wants me to put in the new disk. So putting in disk one here. Now, will it recognize that there's disk one and restart on its own, or do I need to hit reset? But I need to hit reset. Okay, so in this case, instead of installing, we'll say boot. Boot off the memory card. Okay. Ah, there's a little penguin. Very cute. Welcome to PS2 Linux. Doing Linuxy stuff. Let's see, bringing up the interface. It's not hooked to the network. I just hit return for fun. So it should time out in a moment and say, okay, there's nothing hooked to the Ethernet. Okay, there it failed to determine IP information because it's not hooked to anything. All right, PS2 Linux login. Okay, we've logged in. Great. Okay, that's the VIP account. So what else do we have here? Do we have any window managers that we can run? Okay, I just looked it up, and apparently we type xstart or no, start x. Let's see. Ah, there's X. There's a letter X. Looks like we're starting X Windows. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, I can right click. Here's applications, info, run a command to run, extra K term. Okay, W3M. Welcome to PS2 Linux. Okay, go away. Linux information, workspaces, graphics. Oh, it comes with GIMP. Applications. Looks like it has a PDF reader. Editors. Oh, it does have Emacs, so everything is right and proper. Utilities. Selection. Workspace. Appearance. Exit. All right. So it looks like we're in business. Huh. All right. Linux officially running on the PlayStation 2.